now you need to make the connections and configure your home router. So I'll show you how to make the configuration for your home router before doing these connections. So for router configuration, you need to go to the GUI option. So go to GUI, and then you only need to make changes in the network setup. So provide this IP address 192.168.1.1. Leave the subnet mask as it is, and disable DHCP server. So DHCP server, something we might look at into the in the coming weeks. But just to have a basic idea, DHCP server is something which can dynamically allocate IP addresses to your end devices. So here what we're doing is we are statically binding each device with an IP address. So device A is going to take on this IP address. But if I do enable DHCP server settings, then there can be automatic allocation of IP addresses, which I'm disabling now. So 3 things to note in wireless router configuration. Make sure that your IP address is this, subnet mask is left as it is, and disable DHCP server. And then make sure you save settings under your router configuration, because it doesn't save it automatically. That's one pain. But yeah, now we have configured the router and the laptop, and we have seen how to make a wireless connection. Now we are going to go ahead with the remaining wired connections and how to configure the laptops. So remember that when you're doing a connection between routers and switches devices, you're going to use a copper crossover connection, which is this dash line. So, and make gigabit Ethernet connections. So remember, router to switches, copper crossover, and gigabit connections. And just make sure you're not using the same port to interconnect multiple devices. So if you use port 1 here, use port 2 here. And now you're going to connect the PCs to the switches. Also, you're going to observe that these points are going to be amber, which is fine. So it's just showing that connection is being set up, and some configuration is going on. But once the configuration is done, it's going to become green, which means to say that it's stable and ready for data transfer. And they're going to connect the PCs to the switches using a copper straight through wire. So, and whenever you're using fast copper straight through, use fast Ethernet. Same way here. So remember, PCs to switches, fast Ethernet, copper straight through. And for routers to switches, it's copper crossover and gigabit Ethernet. So now that we're done with configuring our router, laptop, and the connections, I'll show you an example of how to configure a PC, and you can repeat the same for all the PCs. Is there any doubt?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
On number 3 for the homework, for the packet tracer part, it says PC and laptops are all using the same gateway address. Is the IP address of the wireless router?
Correct, yes.
And then for number 4, what are the parts of the IP addresses are similar? It's the first 7 numbers. Would that be the first 3 bytes or no?
Yeah, so you can just write the part which is common. Then later you'll see that, so in your IP address, you have 2 parts to it. The part which represents the network you're part of, and then in which device in the network you are actually. So we are just trying to get to understand that the network part is going to be similar. So you can just write the portion which is common.
Wait, can you repeat? What should I write then? Because
Right. So don't write first 7 numbers, but write what is common. So if you have the IP address 192.168.1.50 and 1.1, just write the portion which is common.
Okay, gotcha. Sweet,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah, no. So to configure the PC, go to config, and again, so here we're going to give the gateway address. So all devices in this network use the home router as the gateway router. So we give the IP address of that here. And because we don't have a DNS server in a network, you can leave this blank. And then go to interface. Since this is connected through the fast Ethernet interface, click on that. And under IP configuration, we are going to provide the IP address for this device. These values are also given in the PDF, so I'm reusing the same values. And just clicking on the subnet mask will make the corresponding subnet mask appear. In the same way, we can configure the other PCs too. And once the configurations are done, that's the network setup which you need to do. You just have to verify that your connections are right and you're able to transmit and receive data. I'll show you one demo for that again. So for this, we're going to use the ping operation. So go to desktop command prompt. And so now I'm going to try to send some data to the laptop and see if it's able to communicate with it. If connections are successful and my setup is correct, I'm going to receive successful replies. If not, there's going to be timeout on all the packets that were sent. So we see that we are getting replies. So that means our connection is good. Sometimes, however, you can observe that there might be a single timeout, but you do get subsequent replies. So if there is 1 or 2 timeouts happening, but you get successful replies, that's still fine, because you tried to ping it before the connection was set up. But if you get all timeouts, then that is an indicator that your connection is faulty or there is some error in the network setup. So let's try to see how an error might be. I'm going to ping an IP address which was never configured in this network. So I never configured any device to have this IP address. So I will not be able to reach this IP address. So yeah, so it says it could not find this. And if there was some connection issue, there will be some timeouts happening. So this is your assignment. You can follow the instructions on the PDF given, and I hope it's simple enough. Again, if you have any doubts, feel free to post on PR or email, and we'll look into that. So Neo and Vidal, you have doubts?